What we decided is to set up a panel, essentially, where students have the opportunity to be presented with high-stakes ethical choices in a very low-stakes environment. And this way they can practice those kinds of things and show that clear competency year over year as they're coming in and participating. We chose to do this with sophomores instead of freshmen so that they have a little bit of way of acclimating themselves to the college and also, a little bit more maturity in the way that they think about things. And what we have found in doing so is not only are they demonstrating the competency, we get students that are coming up afterwards going, this one really bothered me. And that's exactly what we want. We want students to have to think about the choices that they're going to have to make. Persuasion is one of the most difficult parts about being a human being because we sort of default to going, I'm either wrong and therefore can be persuaded by anything, or I'm right and can't be persuaded at all. And so finding a way of navigating that point where you have to say, can I be persuaded and can I be persuadable is one of the most difficult things we can do. It's one of the things that we hope to cultivate with students here at DC through some of the courses that we offer. But this is also, the panel is an introduction to this. You're not going to agree with the people that you're meeting with. The only way that you can really do it wrong is to not think about it. The right way of doing it is saying, well, my reasoning is very different. We can come to the same outcome, but the reasoning is very different. Well, that's where we can be persuaded. It's in the reasoning. It may not necessarily be in the outcome.
How do we balance making sure that we're making an ethical decision, but also looking after our own well-being and furthering our careers and making those tough decisions?
Yeah, I need to give you a 15-week video here. Because I think this is one of the most difficult questions that we can ask people. I like to say this to my students, and then also when we were having this panel, I like these things because you have to live with them. These aren't, every course you're going to learn information, and hopefully it changes the trajectory in the way that you think about something. These kinds of things are decisions that you're going to have to make, and your life is essentially just a composite of choices that you make. So you should be very thoughtful in the kind of approach that you're going to make to the choices that you are making. So what we have to think about here, relative to competition and community, is, am I helping to cultivate a community that I want to live in? And is my desire for self-improvement or accumulation or whatever that attribute is exceeding the point where I'm actually harming the people I live with? A good way of thinking about this, would you want your kids to live in the community that you are creating with this action? If the answer is no, then why are you doing it?